folks, welcome to another FiddleHed fiddle lesson. Let's do the tune Rights of Man. It's an Irish hornpipe. And I've already done a beginner version of this tune, beginning lesson, and I'll put a link to that in the comments field below. You should do that one first if you don't already know the tune. Alright, but if you do know the tune, in this one I'm just going to play some variations added to it, and then I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to kind of compare each little part and just say, hey, I added this little thing to it. And so I'm not going to go too much into detail on how to play the tune. I'm just going to show you what I added. Alrighty, so here, let's go. I'm going to play the whole thing once. Okay, cool. So let's go to the first quarter of the A part and show you what I added there. So here is what I did, the basic version of what I did. So that's a very basic version of the tune, and what I added there, what I added in this video is basically instead of I turned those into triplets by doing 1, low 2, 1, open 1. So again, the difference being that in the basic version we have 1, low 2, open 1. And in this one, instead of doing just 1, low 2, I'm going 1, low 2, 1. And then open 1, open. Then 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. So it sounds like. If you don't feel comfortable with fourth finger, you could do up to open A. But I think that's actually harder. Alright, so you have. Another good idea is to do slur 3 here. So slur 3 like. Alright, so this is, if you're going to do any variation in the tune, I think this is it. This adds a great, I almost think this should be in the basic version. It's so cool and it's not super hard. Another thing you can do, I like adding a mordant or grace note at the end. So in the basic version, we just end on a long A1. I like to add 3-1 on top of that. It's actually, 1-3 added before the 1. There as it is in slow motion. So we have. But I do it really quick as you can. Alright, now let's do, so here's the basic version of the second quarter. So let's see, what did I do? So I added, I think it's just a 16th note triplet. So it's faster than those triplets I showed you in the first quarter. It's like almost as fast as a turn. and then we'll add in another spot. Add it there. So that's low 2, 1, low 2, 1. That'd be a good little exercise to do. Alright, so this whole second quarter played slowly is. One more time. Here it is faster. All right. Third quarter could be exactly the same as the first. If you wanted, you could just do. But I decided to do something a little different for the third quarter. I'm going to show that to you now. So, again, the basic of the third quarter was. But what I added, instead of doing this triplet, 1, low 2, like I showed you for the first quarter, I just decided to do it differently. I did 1, low 2, 3, and then open 1, low 2, D3, open A1, and then D2, 3, open A. So that run now sounds like. Here it is. Here's the whole third quarter, slow. Okay, so to do one or the other or both like I did, or neither, it's up to you. These are just ideas, okay? So I think the fourth quarter is very similar to the second quarter. Let's see what I did. That's the basic, and what I added was. So I may have forgotten to do this when I played it at first, but I'm just doing a grace note. 3 to low 2. And instead of doing low 2, 1, low 2, low 2, 1, low 2, I'm doing the low 2 and sliding it down to where the 1 would be and back up to low 2. I think that sounds really cool, and especially in context. And then instead of ending it on just D1 twice, I'm sliding it, and then also adding A1 as a double stop. That sounds pretty cool, right? Slides are really fun. They're hard though. If you're not already playing in tune, it's not recommended you mess around with slides. Concentrate on tuning first. And in general, all these variations, if you can't make the very basic version just sound really nice, gosh, you maybe should wait before doing these. This stuff's just like icing on the cake. Really, the most important thing is getting a good sound and playing the melody really comfortably without thinking too much about it. Okay? So cool. Thanks for that public service announcement, for letting that slide. Now let's see. I'm gonna slowly play what I do on the A part to this tune. So apologies, I know I didn't do it exactly the same, but just to kind of give you an idea, like I forgot a few of the things. On the second quarter, I forgot to do on both those times. Anyhow, you get the idea, right? Let's move on and do the first quarter of the B part variations. So here's the basic version of the first quarter of the B part. I think all I added here was so on the second half of it is, and I added a triplet, 4, 3, low 2, back up to 4. Let's just loop on that little bit right now. So the technique of looping can be used in so many ways. You can use it to learn a tune, but you can also use it, say you want to make a part of the tune sound better, just loop on that tune. And if you want to add variations, you can loop on it and try out your different variation ideas. So say I'm working on the first quarter of the B part. I do it again. One way you can use looping is to do a loop with one version without any variations and then one version with, and go back and forth. And that way you kind of see what's working or not. All right, let's move on to the second quarter of the B part. Here's the basic version. So I think I added just a turn. So instead of 3, 2, 3, E, I'm gonna go 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, and then E. And then a similar thing following that, instead of 1, open, 1, low, 2, I'm gonna do 1, low, 2, 1, 1. A little slower, and a little faster. Okay, that's roughly it. Let's do the third quarter of the B part variations. So that's the basic version. I think all I added in the variations was so I added that same triplet I added before on the first quarter. And you can also add a 16th note triplet. A little faster. A little slower. All right, and then the fourth quarter is the same as the fourth of the A. And we're done. So now I'm just going to play the entire B part very slowly with these variation ideas. There you go. Well, hope that was useful. I always get this moment during these variations videos. I'm like, is this like just too much? Is it just overkill? I don't know. Anyway, well, have fun with it. At least it'll maybe open up some ideas. So then maybe, I could try things out on fiddle tunes. I could do other things with fiddle tunes. That's partly what's cool about fiddling, to me anyway. So it's a way to explore music in a cool way. All right. See you next time. FiddleHed Fiddle Channel. for watching the video. Love you.
Excellent.